People deluded. Obviously, Blackburn's under 23s were defeated by Arsenal's 23s, 3-1. I know I'm in unfamiliar settings. Forgive me if you can actually see the bag that my camera is placed on. It's a needs-must thing. Like everybody, I work a normal 9 to 5, and I still want to talk about football and stuff. So where there's a will, there's a way. For context, when you're at the bottom of the food chain, been sent to the department store to buy some goods for the office and them sort of things there. So while I've got 5 minutes or so, we might as well speak about our victory in the first game of the season. Now, Balogun got a hat-trick, can't complain. Emil Smith-Rowe got 65 minutes, as did Rob Holding, as both of them are working their way back to fitness. It's anticipated that Emil is obviously going to depart the club on loan from now to the end of the transfer window, with a whole host of German clubs in for him, and I think he looks sharp. I feel Holding looked alright, second half, good couple passes before he came off. But I think he had a better game against Watford from what I'm told. He did, of course, he's going to look a bit rusty, and he did look a bit rusty, and I wouldn't say sloppy, but someone that hasn't played significantly for a while. But I'd say our under 23s, we learned a lot in this first game of the season. Balogun starting, obviously Balogun and Tyrese is a straight shootout between them as to who's going to be number one at that level. Tyrese didn't start, from what I'm told, is because he's had an injury as well. It's nothing to do with one person in the pecking order and the next thing. Forgive me for the noise, people, as a car comes past and all of these sort of things. But I think we made it hard for ourselves. I say why we made it hard, because I think from the off, I think it's fair to say the first half, the majority of the game was played in Blackburn's half. We were putting together some nice moves. Emil looked good. We look good down both flanks with Troy. Everybody's getting touches. Burton's playing some good passes over the top. But it's all really in front. When we're getting behind them, I feel we can be a bit more sharper and have a bit more quality on the final ball. Because at times it wasn't quite paying off for us, people. But other than that, it's all us. That being said, there was a couple of incidences early on. Blackpool had an occasional counter-attack, which they should have done better. We're skipping ahead a bit, but 35th minute, they broke down the right-hand side, and their man skied it down the left. But we had chance upon chance very early on, and we was, like I said, we was happy and confident in possession. I was confident with what I was seeing, but we're just not penetrating, and it's all in front really of Blackburn, and we're not asking them questions. And this is where you learn a harsh lesson in football. You don't take your chances. The funny thing is, the other team get one and score, and like literally, people, Blackburn were relying on the counter-attack. Histon didn't have too much to do in our goal throughout the whole game. Second half, he made 2 good double saves, but other than that, he didn't really have nothing to do. Our final ball could have been better, and in the 26th minute, we was made to pay for not taking our chances, people. It's a lovely ball from, I had to get his name online, Bradley Lyons, or Brad Lyons, I believe, and he set up Moles. It's a lovely ball. I think they intercepted a Burton pass, and he's just instantly clipped it over the top, people, for their right winger. Their right winger smashed it, ran in behind, and he smashed it into the bottom corner and whatnot, and it's maybe smashing it is gassing it a bit, but we've gone behind, and it's a kick in the teeth. They've had one real opportunity, and they've taken advantage of it, and we failed to do such. That's the sort of thing that happens in football, but we've got to react. The only saving grace is Blackburn conceded 3 penalties in this game, and one of them came shortly after. I don't know why their defender, whoever it is deciding to I can't remember if he slid or just took out Troy Coyle cleanly, but there was no need for it. Coyle was forced out wide. He's not going anywhere, people. It's a silly foul to make. It's 1-1. Balogun steps up. The initial effort, he doesn't quite do well with it, but he taps in the rebound. Instantly, we're back in the game, and it's almost as you were. We're still dominating possession. That being said, again, Blackburn's counter-attack is dangerous. 35th minute, they counter-attack, and that guy should have scored. He should, like I said earlier, he should have scored. They should have went into the break at 2-1 and whatnot, man. But my half-time thoughts is we're dominating possession. We've probably made it harder for ourselves with not scoring and obviously conceding. Liking what I'm seeing from the boys, but if we can just marry that with a bit more quality, we'll get goals in this game, man. We'll really get goals. Second half, I think we did that. I think both teams had a go for it, and I think it became a bit more end-to-end with us obviously dominating it and whatnot. And we pressed and we had half chances. We did have a lot of corners. Obviously, eventually last 15-20 minutes when John Jules came on, we went 4-4-2, and we did have some opportunities. I think Tyrese looked kind of bright when he came on. I think Burton defensively he could improve, but he played some good passes. I think we played well, and we deserved our goals. It was a bit of fortune, of course. We scored 2 goals within the last couple of moments or so, 2 penalties. if I remember correctly, Balogun tries to go around the keeper, he's fouled, he steps up and puts it in, and the other one, I can't actually remember how he's fouled, but it's sloppy from Blackburn, to concede 3 penalties in one game. We step up, we make it 3-1. Obviously, we've had 3 penalty situations and making the most of them, so if we look at from the possession we had and the opportunities, potentially we could have been better in front of goal. Potentially we could have done more to convert in front of goal. But I'm proud of the boys. We did what we needed to do in our first game of the season, and we go on to Friday where we play Brighton, I believe, or it could be Villa, but I'm sure it's Brighton. And yeah, it's mixed fortunes in the start of the season for the 18s. We obviously lost to a good Chelsea side, and the 23s were able to get a result against Blackburn. So I actually said the right team now. So what can I say, people? We've got 3 points. Young players are trying to push into that squad and took their chances, and all of these things. Balogun's a goal machine. He just seems to be carrying on where he left off against Barnet and these teams there in pre-season. And ultimately we got 3 points, and it's nice for Emil and Holding to come through it, get some minutes under their belt unscathed, because Holding's got around 120 minutes from playing Watford's 23s and obviously Blackburn. So he's a long way from fitness, but every game brings him closer to that. So there's not much more for me to say. People, I apologise for the background noise and all of these things that I can't control, but I've got no other time to make this vid. I'm an honest content creator like you lot know, and I try my best to keep you updated. But for now, before people wonder where I am, I'm going to keep it moving. Deluded, I'm out. Comment, subscribe, and do the rest if you wish.